As kids, we all grew up loving the zoo. We loved seeing animals we couldn't see on an everyday basis, seeing how they acted, imagining what their homes might look like, and listening to the incredible sounds they made. But as kids, that's all we would see. Even to even till today, as young adults, that's still the only thing we see. We don't get to see what truly happens behind the cages. According to an article on the PETA website, many animals get bored and lonely in the zoos, causing them to develop and suffer from a condition called psychosis. This is when the captive animals begin to rock and sway back and forth. She also mentions that this condition is so rampant in zoos that many zoos are giving animals a mood altering drug, such as Prozac, because the public is catching on. I'm a huge animal lover, like many of us, and as a kid, I loved going to the zoo. But realizing what life has to offer, not only for us, but for all the animals as well, makes me think twice on why should animals be in prison when they haven't done anything wrong, when they could be out there enjoying true nature. People should stop supporting zoos as long as it takes, so they could slowly start losing business and close down. Zoos are drugging animals so the public has the opportunity to interact with them. The Illusion Zoo in Illusion, Argentina has faced much criticism for appearing to drug lions, tigers, and bears on a daily basis so visitors are able to interact with them. According to the Huffington Post, the animals we see in the zoo only appear happy because of antidepressants. Drugging the animals for the public doesn't mean their happiness is real. The animals aren't happy because they are being kept captive in artificial environments with little to no animals to interact with. Michelle Carr said, to put it simply, zoos are imprisoning animals who want to be free. There has been a numerous amount of tourists reporting lethargic and unresponsive zoo animals. This led to the accusation of zookeepers drugging the poor animals. Zoo workers feed the animals a poor diet and drug them to make them seem happy. For the animals to be responsive and cooperative, the zoos have decided to drug the animals. According to a New York Times article, zoos aren't virtually nor financially able to recreate a close replica of the animal's home with the specific plants they need to eat. So instead, they infuse specific nutrients and vitamins into a pellet-type food for the animals. This type of food tends to be really high in sugars and starches, causing the animals to be endangered of a heart failure. I would personally prefer to not have zoos. If we wanted to learn about animals, we can simply search them online, or make the time to visit them in the wild. We could research the animals in websites such as National Geographic or archive.org. We could visit the animals in their natural habitat, such as state parks, national parks, or even in the wild itself. Many of us don't realize these things. We see right past the animals' emotions. We don't pay attention to their looks or actions. We see them as just animals. We don't know what they do, if they're sad or if they're happy. But if you pay close attention, you'll realize these animals are miserable. They don't want to be kept in artificial environments. These animals don't enjoy all the loud crowd noises, the children's banging on the glass, trying to get their attention. And just like us, they get tired of all the flashing lights from the cameras constantly going off. Animals are like humans. They have feelings and emotions. And if an animal isn't happy inside of a zoo, why drug him to try and fool the public that they're okay? We should begin to open our eyes and realize that going to a zoo might seem nice for a couple of hours of our days, but these animals are miserable their entire life. Are we really going to continue to be selfish and try to enjoy a few hours watching miserable animals behind bars every once a year that we go to the zoo? Or are we going to take a stand and stop supporting the cruelty behind zoos and slowly have them shut down?